Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Moon Scarab channel. My name is Ramon, and I have some echo here. And this is the first time that I'm broadcasting from my show, and I'm doing it with two wonderful ladies, Hershe, the Shadow Reader, and Karen, our Care Bearer. So, hello, ladies.
Hi.
Welcome.
Happy
I'm so
Hello,
happy
hello,
to have you
Gemini.
hello.
both.
Gemini.
Yeah. So today we decided
We
to
are
do
happy to be here
a
too.
Thank you. So today we decided to do a Gemini birthday shenanigans because our birthdays follow fall very close to one another. Mine was on May 24th. I'm a Gemini. Hershey was yesterday, right? May 27th,
Yes,
Yeah,
but
I
but
think,
it's still
yeah.
going.
right?
We're still going.
It's still going and it's still gonna go for the whole month. That's how I feel when it's my birthday. It's like the whole month, right?
Yeah.
And Karen,
Absolutely.
you're on June
Yes.
June
7,
9th.
right? June
9th.
9. June 9.
I have so many friends that have birthdays, like, and people in my family, like, would be the 8th, the 10th. We get all of our birthdays confused all the time. So
All right.
we're just a cluster of Geminis. Yeah.
Yeah, that happens with one of my brothers. He can never remember when is my birthday. It's somewhere at the end of May, but I always have to. He asked me like days before, "Is your birthday coming up in the next couple of days?" And I'm like, "Yeah, May 24." I tell you the same thing every year, but he can never
You write
remember.
it on the calendar.
Yeah,
Put it in
exactly.
your phone. Yeah. I've
Totally.
tried to do that with my friends, like different ones. I was like, oh my gosh, are they the second or the first? Or I hate missing. I hate missing.
Yeah.
Oh,
I have a
I
lot of
wore my
Geminis in
shirt.
my. Yes, let's see your
Sorry, I was
shirt.
gonna share my shirt. I'm really excited about this shirt. So
That is so
it's got like
beautiful.
two cats on it, twin cats.
I love,
I
love,
need
love.
that same shirt, but with chihuahuas. Yeah, we were talking. I never had a cat. I've never had a
Oh,
cat, but neither in my family. My family has been more of a dog people. But my niece recently got one because one of my nieces is a vet, and she rescued this litter of kittens. And her sister was always allergic to cats, but she fell in love with this beautiful black cat, and she adopted it, and it's
oh.
like her baby. And she's always hugging it, and the cat loves to be pampered and spoiled. And I went the other day over there, and the cat is big now, not fat, but it's grown very quick. And what she did was she changed the food. Apparently, there's a special food you can give now to cats um, to avoid allergies, and she
Hmm,
said it's worked for her.
wow.
I I wonder if
Hmm,
it's I mean, it can't be a placebo, but um, yeah, yeah.
huh.
Miss Hershey has a cat, right?
Yes, we saw your little
Well,
cat in
there's
the
two of them
background
I live with
earlier.
now. Yes.
Two. Nice.
Two.
Yeah. There's that one trying to climb the wall. The other one's probably back there in my room, sleep, being a good boy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
they like to sleep during the day a lot.
All right, so we're gonna talk about
They're
Gemini's
both very
and
vocal.
yeah, cute. So the zodiac sign of Gemini goes from May 21st to June 20th. I've seen some places that it says May 20th, but it's during
I wonder
right.
if the leap year has something to do with that or what that is. But yeah, I've noticed it'll be different by a day some years, depending. So you got to look. Yeah, you got to look each year, I think.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting. So, so Gemini falls in 2 months, on the month of May and the month of June. And May has always been a special month for me, and I think it's because of my birthday, but it was also because I was born and raised in Puerto Rico, and classes over there uh, run on a different time during the year. It starts in August and it ends in May. So May was always associated with birthday, the end of school season, and it's always been a very energetic month.
Ours is
Uh,
the same for my son. It
yeah,
starts in August and it just ended this month
in May.
towards the end. Yeah, but
Mm,
just for our school district, it's not that
okay,
way everywhere. But yeah, I like it that way.
interesting. So yeah, so the month of May and the month of June. So in terms of the month of May, I just found some interesting facts. And the month of May is named after Maya, a figure from the Roman mythology. Maya was the goddess associated with fertility, growth, and the springtime. Her name, in turn, comes from the Latin word maius, which is related to mayor, meaning greater or larger, reflecting her association with blossoming, growth of nature during this time of the year. Romans honor her with festivals and ceremonies in May, reinforcing her connection to the season and lending her name to the month. That's beautiful, right?
It was really
And then we
pretty.
have June, and you were born in June, right?
hmm
Karen, what do you have for June?
Juno, right?
Juno, yes,
Yeah,
Juno,
yes.
a
Juno
Roman
rules.
goddess.
Yes. And I kind of made a joke with y'all, I think going back and forth in our email, um, that I thought it was interesting that it's she signifies a lot of like what marriage and actually having children. And it's quite funny because I'm a Gemini with an 8-year-old son and
Hmm.
twin May Gemini girls that are two. So yeah, I really embodied that energy there, I believe. So
Yeah. And we have some people in the chat. Let's say hi to Chris from Elemental Cartomancy. Hello, Chris. We have Sabrina Ish. Nice to meet you. We
oh,
have
what's up?
Nancy from A Crone's Intuition.
Somebody
Great to
said
see you here, Nancy.
Nancy.
And we have Heather from Soul Alchemy and
Hi,
in with
Heather.
Indigo Jaguar. We're actually doing a live tonight. We're doing a Para Oracle. It's going to be really fun. 8 p.m. Eastern
Cool.
Standard Time. We have the beautiful Fatima. Great to see you, Fatima. We have
Hi.
Saskia. Thank you very much for the birthday wishes, everyone. Nice to see you, Saskia. We have Jackie, Crystal Moon. Great to see you,
Hi,
Jackie.
Jackie.
So we're
Look at the
talking about
people.
Gemini. We're sharing, it's just this is just a fun, casual conversation about Geminis in general. What do we like? Our personal experiences as Gemini, how people perceive us, and if these things, these attributes that get assigned to Geminis are how we identify with it, right? And we're talking about
Yes.
June for Juno, right? And if I'm not mistaken, Juno is also Juno Moneta, which is where moneta is where the money, the word moneda in Spanish and Latin comes from.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay. That makes sense now. Yes.
right.
I was
Why?
just laughing to myself
interesting.
thinking that Hershey's cat is probably a Gemini. It just keeps meowing.
September, September, September.
Libra, maybe?
September.
Chatty.
Yeah, sounds like a
Um,
Libra, right?
Ending
Libra
of
or Virgo?
September. So whatever the ending of
Libra.
September is.
It's Libra.
Virgo is the beginning, I think. So it's probably Libra.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Libra. So it's an air sign.
Yeah.
All
So the
right.
zodiacs. Yeah.
Very much.
So So the zodiac sign of Gemini has origins in Greek mythology and the Babylonian era. The sign is associated with the myth of Castor and Pollux, twins born to Leda, queen of Sparta, by two different fathers. The twins were inseparable and became known as the son of Zeus. They were famous for their physical and mental strength. That's why the constellation of Gemini is actually two stars, and it's because of Castor and Pollux, which are the two stars of the constellation. Gemini is the first of the air zodiac signs, and it's associated with people born between May 21st and June 21st. I'm I'm May 24th, so it's very close to Taurus. I feel like a Taurus sometimes. I'm an air sign, but I feel like down to earth sometimes.
I get that from you.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah. Gemini, let's see. The sign is ruled by the planet Mercury, which is the planet of communication. And they say Geminis, we like to talk and communicate and share. And I think that's our case, right?
Yeah. I think it's like
It's,
travel by flight and stuff like that too. Short
yeah.
travels and all kinds of stuff in that house.
Hmm.
And we're Mercury retrograde.
Totally.
Messes us up a little bit.
Yeah. I started appreciating the power of communication as I grew up. I was very painfully shy when I was a teen. It wasn't
Oh,
until I started my first job, started interacting with people, that I got a different perspective of the world, and that really opened my eyes and understand that there's no formula to people. Everybody is different, different
absolutely.
perspectives and different ways of approaching life, and that woke in me like this desire of getting to know people, to talk to them, to learn from every interaction. And at times I'm very chatty. There's other times that I just want to be by myself. But I think in general, Geminis, we like to communicate, right,
Yeah,
Miss
we
Hershey?
need that time to like leave when we need to as
Mm-hmm.
well and get lost in our own thoughts a lot of the times. So yeah, we can be chatty, but at times we can, just need to kind of re-energize away from everybody. So we like our freedom and our space to do that when needed. So, but we're really nice. Promise.
Yeah. So we also have Antoinette, Tarot and Jewelry. Great to see you here.
Hi, Antoinette.
Hi. This is the first time that I'm broadcasting on StreamYard. If you see Nightbot somewhere there, just ignore it because I was playing with it, maybe for a future broadcast. So, um,
Ramon, I was going to say too with that Castor and
please.
Pollux, what I thought was really cool about that, I read into that one a little bit more. And, I forget which was which, but one of the twins, had I guess, a mortal father. And then the other one, his father was Zeus. And then they had the same mother,
Hmm.
and they were put up together in this guise by Zeus because he felt bad about them being apart. They needed to be with each other so much. And he did that as a
I
gift
thought they were
to them.
conjectively joined.
Well, I
Maybe I might
read
have
there's a
misread the
lot of
story, but
different
I thought,
versions of it, but like,
maybe I just read a different version because I thought they were joined and they became the twins of Zeus, but they were the twins born of different fathers, one of
Hmm.
yeah, they
magic and
were.
one of
Yeah, yeah,
non-magic or whatever. But I
yeah.
guess I just heard that in a different thing. That's cool. I like that.
Yeah, and they're
There's so
also
many
the two
versions of.
brightest stars in that constellation. Sorry,
Hmm.
let me get something to drink.
There's so many versions to the story because I was reading about them too, and one version of the story said that one of the brothers died, and then the other one was so sad that
Yes.
um, Zeus decided to immortalize him as a star, and eventually the other one became a star as well.
Yeah.
Same thing, that they were
Oh,
both
wow.
sons of Zeus, but at the same time mortal father. So there's a lot of different versions to the story, but definitely there were two brothers that loved each
Wow.
other very much. And
I think that's really sweet.
yeah, Hershey, do you have any Geminis in your family?
Yes, yes, I'm not the only one. There is my aunt. She's the 30th of May. Um, Boy, there's so many differences between me and her to be so close with birthdays. But anyway, And then my niece is a June Gemini. And then I think I've got a few other family members throughout that are Gemini, one way or another, whether that's the rising, but birth Gemini is
Gemini-ish.
not close to me. No, just them two, I believe. Yeah, yeah. They're Gemini wannabes. No, I'm just talking shit. But
Gemini-ish.
Yeah.
Wannabes.
Well, your moon
Yeah.
and your rising, like your what I call like your recipe, that makes you you. I mean, you have all kinds of different flavors in there that creates it. So
Sure.
no one is
Absolutely.
alike. Yeah. So it'd be interesting to see the undertones in their chart to see if you could kind of tap out and be like, okay, that is what makes her, so different from me.
You
Absolutely.
have two Gemini girls,
Yeah.
right, Karen?
Yes, they're wild. They're two.
And they're twins
They just
too.
turned 2. Yes, they were born May 22nd of 2022, which is wild in itself. I saw a lot of synchronicity there. And yeah, they are May Geminis, and their moon is an Aquarius, but they're Pisces rising. So the Aquarian, like, really like kind of like an independent, stubborn, and they're like laughing and babbling, and they're so loud. That's all the Gemini. So and I'm running after them constantly. It's a wild time.
And we
They're
have
wild.
some
Imagine.
Geminis here. We have Shari, Voices of the Swamp.
Hi,
She's a Gemini
Sherry.
too.
Happy birthday.
Yes.
Happy birthday, Geminis.
You recently did a show about the zodiac sign of Gemini, right, Karen?
Yeah, with Heather.
How was that?
Yeah, it was great. We actually shared like tarot decks that kind of inspired us that had a Gemini type feel to them, and just talked about the traits and different stuff, and just kind of intuitively followed it. And it's funny because Heather is a Sag, and so we have like a nice like little dynamic astrologically there between Sagittarius and Gemini, and we're both mutable. Like Sag is mutable fire, which they have that flexibility and ability to change and kind of go with the flow, not wanting to stay fixed. But there's also some chaos in that because we tend to be agents of change. It's like it's a season. There's each season. You start out Cardinal, Aries, Taurus. So Cardinal, is like the burst of life, spring. Yeah. And then you come more fixed with Taurus. You're just sustaining that, and then we become mutable. Right now, we're ending spring, about to begin summer. So there's always that shift that I think is interesting with our energy, but it makes us more flexible too. So
yeah. So it goes from cardinal, which is the first one, then mutable, then fixed,
then mutable.
Fixed,
so
and
like
then
it's
mutable.
like the beginning, middle, and the end. So yeah, that's the way I like to think of it. It makes it easier to think of it that way, and it cycles over and over. So as soon as Gemini ends, then Cancer comes on, and that is cardinal water. So it's easy to memorize it that way.
Yeah. So what are the most common traits of Gemini?
Talkative.
Yeah. What would you say Miss Hershe is?
Oh gosh, I mean, I don't think Hershe's like
Well,
a really chatty.
I think.
Yeah.
Well, no, it doesn't have anything to do with that. It's just that we are one sign that most people tend to enjoy playing with the most, whether it's in a good
Yes.
way or a bad way. We are usually always walking into realms at the exact same time, or to parallels, to universes, to ways, with
Yes.
our twin always, there. So we're constantly in a self place of always having to find balance, or at least for me. I don't know about any other people, but like I can jump into situations cold and I don't need to know much about it, and I can get with the flavor of it. I can usually get with the mix of it. I'm pretty um easy to accept things. I may not stick around very
Yes.
long, or um
That's a trait.
I'm not good with being fake. I know a lot of people say that Geminis are fake, or we're 50 faced, and I don't think that's it. I think we just have to blend so much before we bend
Mm-hmm.
and allow ourselves to break, that we learn to manipulate ourselves into bending into a lot of spaces. So I think a lot of that gets taken for granted when it comes to a Gemini. And I'm not saying we're the only sign that does it. I'm just saying that we're the third sign and we're the first sign of air. So we're usually the first ones that people are quick to say, well, if it's a Gemini, oh, I feel sorry for you. Why? Because we called you on your BS, or because we no longer wanted to allow you to bend us to your making? We're done with that. So
Yeah.
I like the
People have to be
funner side
careful
of
hating those
Geminis. When it gets
signs.
serious, like, people tend to run. For me, it seems like they're like, oh no, 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 like it's a
Oh,
huge
a
flag on the
Gemini. Oh
play.
no,
So
no.
I don't know
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
about,
Yeah.
yeah,
Funny is like
yeah,
if they did
and
their
it's just
chart,
like
they'd
I just
probably
shake my
find
head
Gemini
like,
there.
or some shadow work, because I'm quick to call that BS. Like, wait, hey, when's the last time you did a self check? So I don't
Right.
know. I don't know if I think we all have them. I think ours are just made fun of more, and it's easier because there's always two of us, no matter what. Well, if you're not doing it right now, one of you is, and it's like, that's not fair, because it's probably true, but that's not fair. So I don't know. I don't know. I guess
Yeah,
we
exactly.
I
bend
think we're
very
a little
easily
bit,
to a lot of people's way.
yeah. I think we're like a little
Hmm.
bit more analytical and a little bit more logical. So we're not quite as emotional because we're living in a mental realm and space so much. I don't really like drama at all.
Yeah,
Um,
me neither.
and I'm
Hmm.
like, if it doesn't feel fun or interesting or whatever, like I don't want to be a part of that. It's really draining and yeah,
Yeah, you lose interest
a
easy.
bummer.
Same.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
takes a lot of
same.
our mental
Mine is all
space,
mental.
you know,
It does.
unnecessary, and
Yeah.
Yep.
people have that.
If you can hold my
We
mental, you
Geminis,
can hold me. Yep.
yeah, we
Yeah.
we Geminis are very good at feeling a certain way and projecting something different. And it,
hmm
it could it could be
Mm-hmm.
it could be used
Oh.
in a good way as well. Why? Because, and it happens to me a lot of work. I don't like bringing personal things into work, or I don't like to react emotionally to stress. So
That's
I'm
smart.
good at absorbing it and projecting neutrality. Why? Because a lot of times when we make decisions or we react to anger, to stress, most of the time it's not the right answer, it's not the right
Yeah,
reaction, right?
absolutely.
So we tend to just let it sit
Yeah.
there
Mhm.
until we clear and
Yeah.
address it the
And
right
don't
way.
put it in wriing either. Like, don't send a
Oh
text.
yeah, don't
Don't,
text, don't
like,
call,
don't
don't
leave
say a
any
word.
evidence. Try to talk to somebody in person.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a big thing. I'm like, no, don't send that. That's a bad idea.
Yeah.
It'll come back
So
to you.
After
yeah.
I've already
So
done it, like, well, the other me was ready.
oh god.
Um,
Yeah, so we
I
have
saw
that
somebody say
duality.
indecisive. Yeah, and that's kind of true. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, we have that duality, and it's, we project a lot of our sides, our emotional, intellectual, our, and then people take it as inconsistency, right?
Yeah.
Recently my mother was
We
visiting
change our
me.
minds so quickly.
uh yeah, my mother was here during the holidays, and one morning she made pancakes, right? And it was my partner was there, was me, my niece, and a couple of cousins, and she made a lot of pancakes, and she said, okay, these are big pancakes, so it's one per person. And I said, all right, I have dual personality, so I'll take two. And my partner my partner said, oh no, you can take the whole plate. Because we're seeing as that we have a lot of different manifestations of who we are,
There's a
right?
lot of people living in my house, then yes. Between my girls and I, there's like
I was
6 of
gonna
Oh
us
my
say, if that's the
god.
at
case, so you're
least.
saying my twin has a twin, and then the twins have. It's a never-ending cycle of two. Then no wonder I can't be still. I'm
So
We're
never
it's
2
still.
you and your
minds and
two
1 body.
girls.
I'm never satisfied.
Wow. So it's you and two girls, and all three of you are Gemini. So you have minimum six people,
Yes,
six
minimum.
personalities right there.
Yes.
Minimum, right?
Yeah, it's wild. Chaos.
Oh god.
I
I want
love
to say
it.
hi
But
to
it's
Richie
fun.
from I want to say hi
Hi,
to Richie
Richie.
from Longman Tarot. He's here visiting us. And we had Maruta from Madame Maru's House of Cards. Great to see you
Hi,
all.
Marie.
So let's talk a little bit more about the Gemini traits, or what are the traits that generally are associated with our sign. As we mentioned, Gemini is an air sign ruled by Mercury, and it's known for several distinct traits. One, we're adaptable and versatile. Geminis are highly flexible and can adjust to new situations with ease. I feel that's true for me.
Yeah.
You know, how
I
about
try
you,
not to
Miss
think too much
Hershey?
about
Me too.
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, life has put me in more places than I want to admit. So yes, yes.
Hmm. Yeah. That doesn't mean that we like it, but we
Hmm.
can adjust to them,
I didn't. That's
right?
what I just said. More than I
Yeah,
like to
yeah,
admit.
yeah.
Right. We can adjust it. Okay, this is what it is. Let me try to deal with it and make the best of it, right? All right. Number
Absolutely. What
two,
else can you
Yep.
do?
Absolutely.
we're we're curious and inquisitive. Geminis have a
So
strong
much.
Oh
desire to learn
my
and
God. Yes.
explore
Oh
new
God.
ideas. I love
Constantly,
that.
but maybe not
Learn
finish the
something
book.
new every day. Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Read parts of it.
But I'm
Like
starting
that's
it. I'm gonna
interesting.
start it.
Yeah. I'm
Hmm.
gonna start it. I heard a lot of people make jokes about them reading, Gemini's reading the last page first, and I'm like, no, I wouldn't do that. And then I saw a comment right below. It was like, but
I
if you
would.
don't feel that way, you
I
might
would.
have Taurus.
Absolutely. Like, wait, am I
And
gonna
I do
like
have
this?
Taurus.
Is the ending worth it?
I'm like,
Oh
how
my
did I read
god,
the
that's
last
so true. I thought that was just me. I do the same thing.
page?
And before I go to a concert, I like to watch it, like try to see it to have an idea. I don't know, like you appreciate it differently. You know where it's heading, and you can like appreciate like all the different steps before you get to the end.
Hmm.
In general, and yeah. So we're very curious. We
I
like
agree,
to,
Sherry. I
um,
agree. Squirrel.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a lot of whys. Why is this? Why is this? I'm getting ready for it from my girls.
That curiosity is wonderful. It is so healthy. I'm telling you. It let them figure it out because as a May Gemini, as a first May Gemini, all I can tell you is that I wish somebody would have said, "Go ahead, try it," and then I would not have been so curious to it growing up. I would have been like, "No, I know better." You know what I mean? I would have had that when it was healthy and maybe even innocent. So I'm just saying, if I ever get the option to raise another Gemini, definitely going to let them try it because they're going to find out real quickly if they like it. And if they don't, it's out of there because it's going to bore them
Yeah,
anyway. They're not going to want to keep up with
uh
that.
huh.
yeah. as long as
Just
it's
Mhm.
reasonable.
Yeah, and if they
Well,
tell us
I mean,
don't,
I'm not telling you to let them stick something in an electrical socket.
I
right,
know.
right.
No,
Within
yeah,
reason.
I encourage curiosity. They already like books and they can't read, but they act
Hmm.
like they're reading. It's really
Just,
cute.
ooh, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Textile,
so cool.
texture. It's a big Gemini thing. Like texture, texture in the mouth, the taste, the hands, the feel. Yes, texture is a big thing for me. For me, anyway.
That's funny because you got a lot of Taurus in you like me. So I think like that tactile thing. But w- Ramon, you are left-handed, right? There,
I'm
a lot of
left-handed.
Geminis are ambidex- ambidextrous or
Uh-huh.
too. Can you? Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
not.
left-handed. My grandmother was a Gemini, and she was left-handed too. She was forced to write with the right hand, but she did everything with her left hand. She started writing with left hand, and she was ambidextrous as well.
Oh
But
wow.
yeah, I'm left-handed, but the way I write is really strange because left-handed people usually like turn their hand to be able to write.
Hmm.
I turn the page
Mm-hmm.
completely backwards, like upside down, and I'm able to write sideways. And a
So you
lot of
have
people
genuine
say
chicken
like,
Wow. I
scratch.
gotta see
You have
that
genuine
sometime.
chicken scratch.
Yeah, that's cool. I've never heard of that. That's awesome.
yeah, it's and I write like sideways. My handwriting is good, but then the weird thing is that my mind sees the page straight, even though it's turned sideways. It's hard to
That's
explain.
mind mastery there.
It's really strange. Like I'm able to
Oh,
project it in a way that I can see it straight,
Do you
but
hold your hand
it's
straight
not.
when you're
yeah.
writing out? Like, or is your hand
It,
going? Is your hand going in the
like
same direction, or is it kind of going left to right?
well,
Like you said,
it's
you
going
turn the
top.
object to right,
I
right? You
I
turn the
turn it so I'm
paper.
I'm I'm writing top to bottom because the page it's turned sideways. So instead of writing left to right, I'm writing top to bottom.
That is so cool.
Yeah, it's. I never
All
thought of it
hands
that
in
way.
the air if you want.
Huh.
If you're curious, I'm curious. I have no idea. That
I
sounds
have to do a
wonderful.
He's like, I want to
demonstration.
see that.
Yeah, I have to do a demonstration,
Right?
but
Like I'm over here going. I don't. My brain's
yeah.
Yeah.
going.
So
Can't
like if
compute.
this
Don't
is
understand. What?
yeah so this is. Let me see if I can try to
It's
demonstrate
like
it
Chinese writing,
quickly.
because don't they write like
So
Chinese writing like that
normal.
or something?
Yeah, you're right. So people normally write in this direction. I write like this. I turn the page sideways, sometimes this way, and I write like this, top to bottom.
Wow.
Now that you say it, from outside to
Hmm.
inside. Weird.
I,
I
that's
never thought of
what
it
I'm
that
writing
way.
on.
Oh
So,
wow! So
or,
I mean, in theory, it's still left to right. It's just in a different angle. Okay.
okay.
Yep. See,
I
learned
mean,
Okay.
something new today. How about that shit? Look at that.
yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So
Okay. That
in
sounds
direction to my
wonderful. All right.
body,
Are
it's
you? You're not a
perpendicular.
structural engineer, are you?
Huh.
Yeah.
I was seeing
So
some other people talking about Gemini's. When her daughter was left-handed, Jeff came in. Oh, that was Aspasia, I think.
Aspasia.
Uh,
Hi, Beth.
Well, I saw
thank you
Jeff come in
for
too.
clarifying that. I've
I
always been like
saw I saw Beth come in.
Aspasia. Aspasia. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
And then I was
Aspasia. So
laughing
yeah,
at
So
we're
she
Tanya's
says,
curious.
comments earlier. Okay.
Beth says, are you a structural engineer or something? Well, it says, are you not in structural engineering? Are you?
No,
She's
I
making a
actually
joke
wanted to
about
go
it,
to.
I'm assuming.
I wanted to go to college for that. I went for business, but yeah, I wanted to be an engineer when I was younger.
Oh
The only thing is
wow.
I wasn't good
Nice.
at math
Interesting.
at the time. Yeah, I wasn't good at math at the time, which is strange
Oh
because
wow.
now I like math. Like in free time, I practice like math exercises,
Oh,
and
I
I
love math.
appreciate
I
it
always did
differently.
though.
Yeah,
Huh.
sciences has always been science and art,
Hmm.
but yeah. So we're curious and inquisitive, and
I
that
suck at
makes
science. I
people
never
think.
did like it.
Really? Oh, I love science. Astronomy, geology, biology, chemistry, not that much. But yeah.
No, I
science
liked
and
math and I like numerology. Now I like it all. I'm learning, but back then, no way.
mm, yeah. So we're curious and inquisitive. So that makes people think that uh, we start things, and a lot of times we don't finish it because in the way we see that it's not for us, and because we like so many things, people think that we're inconsistent. We start things, we don't finish it, but at least we start them, right?
Yeah. We'll be
Yeah.
really passionate about
Mhm.
it, like gung ho
Mm-hmm.
for a while. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, we will fill
Um,
that plate up quickly.
Tarot and
mm-hmm.
astrology so far have been living on well. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, sticking to them.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's because we're not going to invest time on things that we see they're not going to, on the long run, benefit us, right? So, like,
Yeah.
what's the point
Mm-hmm.
anyway?
Yeah.
So we're
There's always
number three,
questions in it. I like
right?
that.
We're number three. We are communicative and sociable.
Mhm.
Geminis are excellent communicators and enjoy engaging in conversations. That is true. That is true for me now as an
Yeah.
adult. Like I mentioned, I used to be very shy when I was a teen, and now I just like talking with people,
Mhm.
listening to their life experiences, how they see the world. I like learning from, other people's experiences, listening to it, right? Because a lot of times,
Yes.
even if we hear their stories, we don't we don't 100% learn from it if we haven't gone through them, right?
Yes.
But at least it
I'm
gives us like,
attracted to people
Mm-hmm.
that I can talk with,
mm-hmm,
that have good conversational skills. Like if you can't spark that like mental uh that how you click mentally, it's not going to
mm-hmm,
work out. Like you could be, the hottest person in the world and I'd be like, yeah. I'd
yeah.
bore. I'd get bored. I just couldn't do it. It would
100%.
feel
Mm-hmm.
inauthentic, which proves supports the point that we are not fake.
Mm-hmm.
We just might, slip out and, be like, oh, this isn't gonna work out. Try to be nice about it. But yeah,
Yeah.
I just can't. I don't want to get bored.
Mm-hmm. Number four, we're witty and humorous. Geminis are known for their quick wit and playful sense of humor. I try to find a laugh in everything, And
Yeah.
one of the things sometimes I talk with my parents every day, especially my mom. I call her every day, and I'm not a mama's boy, but I like speaking with my parents, because I know someday I'm not gonna have them with me, and then I'll look back
Oh,
and I'll be like, oh, I wish I could call the, I wish I would have called them more and talked to them
yeah.
more, and so I call my mom every day in the morning on my way to work. I call my
That's so
dad.
cute.
Yeah, I mean, just to see how they're
That's so
doing,
sweet.
and so. But my mom sometimes she's telling me, I don't know. She was pissed with my dad because something happened. My parents, they've been married for 52 years now, married, and they were sweethearts 5 years. So it's
Ooh,
their
that's
their whole
beautiful.
lives together.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad was my mom's first and only boyfriend. So
Same for my
they're,
parents. Hmm.
yeah, and I
Yeah.
love my parents. They're beautiful souls, and they're in their 70s now. And sometimes there's some bickering, and sometimes she's telling me stories, and I just like start laughing, and she's like, "What's so funny about that?" And it's just like sometimes the words or the situations, and I always try to
Yeah,
find like some humor in things that are going around in life, right? Because sometimes we have to
absolutely.
approach it that way.
It's like
Mm-hmm.
I'll laugh at
Be-
something and somebody's like, why are you laughing? And I'm like, it's just absurd. I don't know.
yeah, it's the absurdity of things sometimes,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
My
seem to have a.
parents were
Mhm,
married for 50 years before my dad passed. I miss talking to him. So,
mm,
um, but yeah, I talk to my mother still, but yeah, I miss him a lot. So, but they were they were all
Mm.
each other, knew. So that it's very unique to have that, and that's really cool to learn that about you. I
Thank you.
just
Yeah,
appreciate that.
you two seem to have a very good sense of humor too, Miss Hershey.
Yeah, she
But
does.
you're
Oh, I
more
love
like,
laughter. Laughter is so
yeah.
healing. I laugh at. Okay, so I have this thing. It's Suter Bulber syndrome. I know some people say it doesn't exist, but guess what? When you've had so much of your brain cut out and reconstructed with metal and coils and shunts and stents, your brain has to create situations, and sometimes even in traumatic. I'm talking the worst case scenarios. My brain goes into laughter mode. It is a strong, huge thing for healing for me. And sometimes I can't always control it. Sometimes I should be laughing when I'm crying, and sometimes I'm crying when I should be laughing. So
Mhm.
laughter is it's a security thing for me. Like it's literally like if I'm uncomfortable or I'm nervous or my anxiety's kicking in, I start giggling for no damn reason. I don't know what the hell that even means. I don't know if that is a side effect, a character defect, the wrong effect, the left effect. I don't know where that comes from, but it is just a security blanket. I love laughter. I love watching comedies. I will literally watch a comedy that I have been watching since 1970s because
Me
I
too.
know that it's in a place of healing and I'm just gonna laugh. I'm not gonna it's literally almost mindless to me. Like I just want to laugh. I don't want to cry. I don't want to think. I don't want to add. I don't want to subtract. I just want to laugh. So
Mhm.
I don't know. I
huge
don't
thing
want to
for
start
me.
either.
I love laughing.
Mhm.
I laugh
You
until I
like
cry.
comedy?
Like
Really?
yeah, where I tear up and I'm just like I get embarrassed. I'm like, oh god, like not my eye
Oh.
makeup. if I'm wearing it, yeah, most of the time
Right.
I
Right.
don't.
What kind of movies do you like, Miss Hershey? Comedy in general, or any other genre?
Oh my god, I don't know if I have y'all, I don't think I have genre picks. Like I don't think it comes to movies, music, I colors. There's no color, there's no movies, there's no music. Do I have preferences? Depending on the mood I'm in general. If I'm in a comfy, cozy kind of mood, then yeah, I probably want comfy, cozy movies. I don't care where it's coming from. It could be dry humor, but if there's some coziness to it, it's gonna
Uh,
fit the bill, so to speak. Then yeah, there's a chance I'm gonna like it. But uh, horror is at the top of my game. I love me a good horror movie.
Really?
And then probably comedy. Since we're strategically naming them, I would say horror, then comedy, probably one and two and somewhere at the top would be horror and comedy.
Wow. But when
horror
you
just
say
looms
horror, are you
lingers in
talking
my
like
mind.
horror, horror, gory, like 80s bloody type of movies? Or horror like
So
more
I mean,
mysterious with
like Stephen
Mysterious is
King.
good.
okay.
Stephen King's good.
I,
That's
I,
more
I
like
want
elegant horror.
Candyman. I want
Okay.
Phantasm. Yeah, I want actual horror. Like, nah,
Uh-huh.
I don't want the
Yeah.
gore, and I want like the actual jump horror scare effect. Freddy
Uh-huh.
Krueger. Um, I
Those are
love me
fun.
some good old fashioned horror.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Michael Myers,
Yeah.
Jason Voorhees,
Yeah.
Psycho. Oh
Like I
yeah.
can't handle
Mm-hmm.
The Conjuring.
Yep.
That
Love
really
it. Love
messed
it.
with
Love
my
it.
head later.
Oh, I
it,
love that
it
movie.
messed with my
Uh-huh.
head. Because I just couldn't get the visuals
I
out of
I
my mind,
liked it. I
Yeah.
liked it. Something's wrong with me. I like horror movies. Something.
It's not like I
Nothing
didn't
Sometimes
wrong
I
with
like
laugh
it.
that.
in horror
I just
movies,
didn't
depending on
like
the
the
horror
effect it had on me
movie.
later. So then I'm like, why can't I stop seeing this?
Yeah, like some
Yeah.
scenes stay in your mind, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. At times, like, wake up at 3 a.m. in the morning, you're like, I don't want to see
Mhm.
that. Like, so yeah, I'm a little sensitive to some things like that. I won't lie. I get a little paranoid or something. So,
Yeah.
anyways.
I
Oh
I
wow.
don't what I don't like are scenes of like animals being killed or things like that. I can horror.
Cool.
I can.
Yeah.
Yeah. In
Yeah.
general, horror. I like
mm,
that type of horror.
mm.
Stephen King. Like
I
elegant,
struggle with National
intellectual
Geographic.
horror.
Yeah. It's just
Um.
cruel. It just feels like dirty to watch it. You know what I mean? Like it just doesn't
Yeah.
feel good.
Mm.
I like things that are interesting, and edgy a little bit, or comedy, of course.
Hmm.
Um, and I can like watch romantic things if I feel like it's not cheesy to me, like if it's well done. So I was an English major, so I
Oh,
like,
so you like
yeah,
literature and
I
yeah.
like deep things. Like
Hmm.
Wuthering Heights is probably one of my favorite
That explains a lot.
books. Yeah. So I like going in those melancholy moods too sometimes.
Mm.
Yeah, I just whatever floats my boat at the time, I guess. If it's a good movie.
Yeah. I'm really into science fiction and drama. That's the only drama like stage drama, but things that I can learn from. Documentaries, I love documentaries.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah, I love
'Cause we're
watching
learning
just like,
things.
yeah,
Yeah.
like random topics sometime. And
Right.
now it's one weird thing that I have too is that if I'm trying a new food or even like regular, just like I'm eating rice and beans, right? I start reading the history of rice. How was it cultivated? How it went around the
Yeah.
world? Where it came from? And pizza or a calzone or this, that. I'm always like trying to learn the history of foods. And
Yeah. Or like if it's an animal, I'm like, now how did that come? And it's like a rabbit hole you go down. There's
right.
another question will pop up.
Uh-huh.
Um, yeah. So like when I have like my animal decks, sometimes I feel like, oh, I don't know enough about them though. Like I want to know more about
Uh-huh.
them. So like if I pull one, then I might end up, being in the internet like for an hour somehow, down the rabbit hole.
No, that's
Learning.
good. That's good because it gives you more topic of conversation. Sometimes people look at you weird, but like I was eating pancakes. I think it might have been that same day, and I was telling my partner, "Oh, do you know that the Greeks used to eat pancakes too?" And he was like, "What the hell?"
Sorry, that just made me cackle.
They use olive oil and honey, but yeah, a lot of the foods that we find like common foods actually have a history. Popcorn,
Yeah.
for example, comes from the Americas. So in Mesoamerica, the Maya, the Aztecs, they used to eat popcorn, and it goes back thousands of years.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. So
What's
some
your
of the
favorite food?
traits, my favorite food, I love Indian food and Mexican food.
Okay.
Yeah, both of them are
Nice.
like on top right there. I think more, I
Yes.
don't know. It's hard for me to decide, but
Yeah.
those two definitely. I like foods in general, except me because I've been a vegetarian for 15 years. But in general, I like to try new things, new
Me too.
flavors, and yeah. But in type of like ethnic cuisine, Indian and
Mm.
Mexican. How
Yeah. I
about
love
you?
sushi. I'm obsessed with sushi.
Sushi.
Yeah, but it's a treat. It's a little expensive.
Uh huh.
So yeah. So that's like my
Oh,
special treat. Is some sushi.
yeah.
And then I love Greek food and
Oh, Greek
Mediterranean
food
food.
is great. It's
Yes, like
great.
I crave that a lot. And I'm Southern, if y'all can tell. So I do have like my um, Southern comfort food that I do
Hmm.
like, that I'll seek out or make myself to my
Like
liking.
what? Like what?
Oh, I make a mean homemade banana pudding. Which is not
Oh
good
my
for you at all, but it's
god.
delicious.
Banana pudding.
Yeah, from
Wow.
scratch. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, so that's a good one.
Southern.
And I
Mi-
like Mexican food too. Yeah.
Yeah, I was
So,
talking with Sherry the other day, and we were talking about gumbo because I love making gumbo, vegetarian
mm,
gumbo though. I make the roux and everything from scratch,
yes.
but Yeah, cooking is
That just made me think of
is
shrimp
such a
and grits.
therapy.
Yeah,
Miss Hershe was
that's
saying
good.
earlier that she likes comfort food as well, right?
Yeah, I'm big on soul food. I grew up in a kitchen. I'm a kitchen kid, so I'm probably the weird Gemini. I don't want no spices. No, okay. I don't want it hot. I don't. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of spice,
Mhm.
where you could just a little bit to open up the flare
Oh,
the nose. But if my eyes start burning before I even get there, I'm not eating that hot shit.
I like
I love
heat, not
Mexican as
spice.
long as
Yeah.
it's like diluted or mild because I
Hmm.
cannot eat
Mhm.
like genuine, authentic Mexican food that has the like it represents the flag because it has the tomato, the onion, and the jalapeno. So it it's hot. Like it's hot. Like everything red,
Mhm.
everything white, like white onions, white peppers, like and then green peppers, green jalapenos, and it's just like fire roasted tomatoes. Like, can we just have done the tomatoes? Did we have
Mhm.
to and onions maybe, but did we have to do every other kind of spice and pepper? So seafood out of here, spicy out of here, soul food all the way. My favorite food to make is I have this really nasty lasagna that I make, and it's just mwah. And
Yum.
then probably pineapple upside
Yeah,
down cake is wonderful. I make a
I like
really
it
good
too.
one. And then probably a custard pie, like just an old fashioned custard pie. I just can't get enough. Biscuits
Mm.
and gravy. We can talk
Yeah.
about soul food all day long, but yeah, biscuits
Or a
and
good
gravy. A
sweet
lot of
potato
wheat. I
pie.
like wheat. Not a lot of star. I don't like bleached white. I don't do a lot of white. I do mainly all wheat. So I do organic and healthy as much as possible, but I want all of the fattening, yummy, yum, sweet potatoes. I want it
Mhm.
all. Greens, fried chicken. I want it all. Greasy
That's the
You
Taurus
cheeseburger. I
just
in
want it
us.
all. French fries. Oh, tater tots.
Oh, it's
you
hard.
just made me
It's
hungry.
tough.
You
Love
just
them.
made me
Love it.
hungry.
Love it. I love eating. I'm already hungry, and I literally ate fried rice. I literally just ate fried rice because I'm like, wait, we're gonna be talking food. I better eat.
I
So I
love to
went and I
eat.
ate some more of my
Yeah.
birthday fried rice, and I'm like, okay,
Mhm.
but it doesn't last very long, so it's wore off, and now I'm like, I've got donuts and milk for after the show.
That's awesome. That's
Oh,
awesome.
there's yeah.
All right.
Donuts.
So some of the negative traits that people perceive Geminis are indecisive. We can be indecisive. I mean, but
Mhm.
that happens with a lot of people. I think is we wait too much. We invest a lot of times thinking about the pro and the cons of things,
Mhm.
and it takes us a little bit longer to decide on things. That might be true. We're restless and easily bored. That's true
Yeah.
too. I suffer from insomnia. I have to drink chamomile tea every night.
Very much.
Um, yeah.
Yeah.
People perceive us as superficial. Nah,
They perceive, but it doesn't mean that we are.
no,
I
exactly.
wonder
This is how
why.
people perceive Geminis.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Gossipy.
Yeah.
Their love for communication can sometimes turn into a tendency to gossip or spread rumors. I don't like gossip that much.
I have a theory about that.
What is it?
I don't think, okay, for me, gossip, um, I think like if we, I think we're just more curious about it. I don't like really want to
Mm-hmm.
spread it or talk about it, but it's like if somebody's like, da, 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 and I like want to know what they're talking about. Like I can't help, like, I'm like, I
Right.
just want to know what it is sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't really like partaking in the gossip. And I know that can differ for different Geminis, but for me, I'm not really one to gossip, and I certainly don't like it when people gossip about me. So I try
Mm-hmm.
to, do the karma rule on that. But I'm curious. So I think sometimes it's just it's our curiosity, that,
Mm-hmm.
that makes it of interest to us. So,
Yeah.
anyways,
People perceive
that
me
was my
sometimes
theory.
as nosy. Not that much gossipy, but nosy. Start telling me a story and I start asking, but what did this person think about it? Or why? And it's like, I don't have that information. You know, they get pissed at me, but it's because I want to
Yeah.
have like a good perspective of the story.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, no, I get it. Yeah.
mhm. All right. So what happened on let's mention briefly things that might have happened on the date that we were born. I was born on May 24, so Queen Victoria from England was born in that day as well. Bob Dylan, the musician, he was born on May 24th too. And Priscilla Presley was born also on May 24th. I think in my life I've met only two people who were born on the same day that I was. But yeah, how about you, Miss Hershey?
Wait, is Hershe frozen? Oh, there she is. Okay.
There she is.
I don't know if we had a little glitch there.
Mm.
Are we stuck? Am I frozen?
You were for like,
Okay.
just a few. Yeah. Remember, we were sharing like, things that happened on our birth date. Some famous, celebrities that share your birth date or something cool that happened on your birthday.
Um. Well, I know. Let's see, Ruth. McDevitt. I don't know how I'm saying that. I'm probably saying it very wrong, but Joe from All in the Family, she actually died on my birthday, which kind of sucks.
Aww.
But the number one chart topper for May 27th, 1976 was Diana Ross, Love Hangover. I love that
Wow.
fun fact. Let's see. There was also one other one I really like. Oh, there was a historical event that happened on my birthday. It was a musical whodunit. Something's Afoot opened at a theater, a New York's theater, and they did 61 performances. But that sounds freaking wonderful. I'm gonna definitely have to I just kind of was skimming over it a little bit, but
Oh, cool.
Something Afoot sounds kind of wonderful. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
check that out. I mean, I get it's gonna be from 48 years ago, but I don't care. I still want to check it out and see what it is because it at a historical event happened on my birthday, and I thought that was kind of cool. So I'm gonna check
Yeah,
that out.
absolutely.
Antoinette
Well,
sharing
Two
two of the
of
Hammer
your
House of
yes.
Horror
fourth grade.
greatest dudes were born on the 27th. I think Naomi Campbell is 27th as well.
I
Interesting.
like that.
Cool.
I like
Cool.
that. I
Really
like
cool.
that.
How about you, Karen?
I
Well,
like that.
I'm a June 9th
There's like a
baby.
whole bunch,
So
but like there's a whole bunch.
Oh yeah.
um so I believe in 1934 Donald Duck came to our world on our birthday, June 9th.
He's
Yeah.
a Gemini then.
Yes. He's a Gemini, yes. So that's like the, big event. I think Charles Dickens died on June 9th. I thought that was
Mm.
kind of like, oh, wow, okay. And Natalie Portman was born in my birthday, just a year later for me.
Great actress.
And yeah, and then, just of course the best is Johnny Depp. That he shares a June 9th birthday with me.
Oh
So
really?
yeah.
He's a Gemini. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So is Donald Trump. I found out. I think he's in June too.
Yeah, he is.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
No.
All right.
He don't count. He don't count.
He don't count.
Oh, I'm
He's got
sorry.
a Leo
I didn't mean to say that
rising,
out
I
No
loud.
believe.
politics.
So yeah.
All right.
He's
Stones and
different.
crystals that are associated with
Oh
Gemini.
man.
We're
This
59
ruined
minutes.
everything.
We're almost
No,
done. But let's talk briefly about stones and crystals that are associated with the zodiac sign of Gemini. There's different crystals and stones out there. Actually, I got this gift from a coworker. It's really cool. It's called Zodiac Crystals. And it has
Oh.
it's like a package of different stones for each one of the signs. And this
Oh.
one it coincides with some things in my list, but let me show you. It comes with like a little guide and a raw version of each one of the stones, and it talks here, the different properties. Some of them coincide
Oh
with what I had on my
wow.
list, It's
That was
cute.
nice.
That was really
That was
cute.
really nice.
Yeah, but one of them that coincides is citrine. And citrine, this stone, I actually have a little cluster of citrine here. I love this stone.
Citrine.
Yeah. So citrine is, promotes positivity and creativity, supporting Gemini's natural enthusiasm and intellectual pursuits. Right? That's
Yes.
interesting.
Yes.
This box has this piece of citrine, which is really nice as well.
Heard my little girl.
Yeah.
Super loud.
You have any citrine?
Mm.
I do have some citrine, not here with me, but
Mhm.
I have lots.
yeah.
Citrine. I love citrine.
I was showing you earlier, because yellow is a color of Gemini, and
Mhm.
yellow happened to be my wedding color.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then that was my wedding cake, and it has these
Oh,
yellow
that's
rings
cute.
on it and everything. So that
That
was
is cute.
yeah. And I had a yellow bouquet, and
That's beautiful.
yeah. So, and I didn't even realize like it was, Gemini's color or anything. I
Mhm.
just liked it. So.
That's interesting. The other stone is clear
Alexandrite
quartz.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love clear quartz. Makes
Yeah,
sense. Yeah.
right. And
Clarity.
clear
Yeah.
quartz
Quartz.
is a versatile
Clear quartz.
crystal that amplifies energy and intention. Clear quartz ends in the mental clarity and focus, which can benefit Gemini's active mind.
Yes.
Interesting,
The constant pratter.
right? Tiger's eye. Tiger's eye.
Yes.
It provides courage and grounding. Tiger's eye helps Gemini stay focused and makes confident decisions.
My high school ring, I actually picked a tiger's eye. And I had no idea.
Really?
Like
I have
I
this
was just
chunk
drawn to it. Yeah.
of tiger's eye. Beautiful. And this box has a
Mhm.
raw
Mhm.
tiger's eye, which I've never seen before.
Oh, me neither. I always see it polished.
Yeah.
I like it raw.
I have raw right here.
This is
Oh,
so
look
nice.
at that. I
Raw is
like
wonderful.
yours, Miss Hershey.
I
Yeah.
like seeing them in their natural state.
Yeah,
too.
I love tiger's eye. I have blue tiger's eye, red tiger's eye, bronze eye. I love me some tiger's eye. Love me
Yeah.
some tiger's eye. I'm
Rare.
curious
Yeah.
about what Antoinette's talking about an Alexandrite. Ooh, have to know. I have to know.
Yeah, I like moonstone. Yeah. I know that was one of
Alexandrite
them.
is a color-changing rare stone. Changes green to ruby, colored in candlelight. Gemini stone, emerald. Emeralds is a May stone. Yeah, definitely.
You'll have the better stone.
Emerald.
Mhm.
I have emerald. I have an
I
emerald.
love emerald.
Another stone
I have an
is
emerald, but ooh, Antoinette, please send me a picture of what it looks like. I want to see.
Pretty.
Sorry,
Jaspers.
I had to know. I need to know what it looks like. I would think all jaspers would be good. Yeah, I have lots of jaspers.
Yeah. Woo Wonderman. I love Tiger's Eye. It's my favorite stone. Yeah. I like malachite. It's my favorite stone.
Oh,
Love
it's
malachite.
really fascinating to look at it.
Yeah, it's that swirl of green and black. Moonstone is another stone that apparently is associated too, and it enhances intuition and emotional balance. Moonstone supports Gemini's adaptability and helps them navigate their emotions.
Yeah, I like to have my moonstone.
Moonstone is
like
such
the palm stones, for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Because
this one is.
we're fidgety too. Yeah.
Mhm.
So, yeah, it's nice to have something to do with my hands or fidget. I kind of tap my foot a lot. That's
Yeah.
another kind of little trait of ours. Yeah.
All right. And the last thing we'll talk about related to Gemini, and this was interesting because I've never seen this anywhere, it's related to food. And it said Geminis often have a diverse palate and enjoy a variety of foods that cater to their adventurous and curious nature. Here are some of the foods that might appeal to a Gemini. Light and fresh dishes like salads, fresh fruits, and vegetable platters are often enjoyed by Geminis as they appreciate meals that are not too heavy. Yeah, I like my
Yeah.
light dishes. Sometimes I want something heavy and greasy as well. but I think that's true
Yeah.
for everybody, right?
That's usually,
Finger
yeah, if I'm
foods.
not feeling good.
Yeah. Finger foods and snacks. Due to their social and active lifestyle, Geminis often prefer easy to eat foods like tapas, hors d'oeuvres, or and small bites. Yeah,
It's
I
really
think that's the
true.
same case with it. Yeah,
Yeah.
fries. I'm weak with fries, with French fries. God, it's well, potatoes in general. Like I can eat potatoes in any way: mashed, boiled, baked,
Right.
fried. Yeah, in all ways. Not too much potato
Potatoes are good.
chips. Yeah, but not too much
No,
potato
not
chips.
so much.
Seafood. That one I never liked seafood. Many Geminis enjoy the lightness and variety of that seafood offers, from sushi to grilled fish dishes. I guess in your
Yeah.
case, you were mentioning
Yeah. I like to
sushi
be treated
earlier.
to it. I don't like to cook it. Like it just is a whole
uh,
thing in your house. Like, no.
yeah. So that's partially true in your case with sushi.
Hmm.
Miss Hershey was saying that she doesn't like seafood that much. I never liked either. I've always been
I
allergic
don't
to.
know.
I
Like,
mean, I'm a
I love it.
vegetarian now, but since I was a kid, I never enjoyed seafood, mostly because I'm allergic to shrimp or
Well,
crabs.
that makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah.
Hmm.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Spicy
Yeah.
and flavorful foods, dishes with a bit of a kick, such as those seasoned with ginger, garlic, or chili, can be particularly appealing to Geminis. Yeah, I mean, it's when I was younger, I loved spicy food a lot, but over the years, I can't tolerate it anymore. I like spicy in the sense of spices, like Indian food.
Hmm.
Indian food is heavy in different spices, but spicy as hot, I don't, I
Yeah.
can't tolerate it
Yeah.
anymore.
I don't like my tongue to be on fire, but I love wasabi. If
I
it is
like wasabi
heat,
too.
yeah, like it
Hmm.
opens up my sinuses. So I really like that. But it'll kind of catch you, and surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
I like
Sandwiches
to
and
do that though.
wraps.
Yes,
Sandwiches and
absolutely.
wraps. Convenient and versatile. Sandwiches and everybody likes sandwiches and wraps.
Yeah.
Refreshing beverages, light and
Absolutely.
refreshing like iced tea, lemonade, and fruit infused
Yes.
water can be favorites.
Lemonade.
Yeah.
Yes. Ooh, lemonade.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hmm.
Lemon water,
I don't
lemonade.
like
Yes,
hot
yes, yes.
drinks. Yeah, I
I
don't
Mm.
like
like
hot
The
drinks.
apple juice.
Sauvignon Blanc a lot, and it's got that lemony, like kind of a lemongrass kind of taste to
I
it.
like
So I
my
like it.
coffee and my hot chocolate.
I like my coffee.
Yeah.
I like the
Mm.
hottest my coffee can be is room temperature. I prefer it room temperature or cold. I don't like
That's
anything
like
hot.
my husband.
Tea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I,
Mm.
I
I
drink
don't know. My
iced
coffee's got to be
tea.
hot. My hot chocolate's got to be hot.
No, no, no. I like
Mhm.
drinking iced coffee year
Hi,
round,
Jonathan.
even in wintertime. Hi, Jonathan. Great to see you. We
Oh,
Me
were talking
too.
here,
I can
everything
drink iced
Gemini.
me
coffee
too.
all the time. Hey,
Cool.
Jonathan.
Yeah, iced coffee, iced tea, but I make my own tea. So even at night, chamomile tea, I prepare hours before and put it in the fridge. I like everything cold.
Oh,
Yeah. I have a coworker. She likes everything hot, but like extremely hot. She even puts salads in the microwave, which is like weird.
no. I
But
just made that face. I'm like, no.
No,
all
thank
right.
I
you.
want my salad to be cold. Oh,
No,
yeah.
thank
I
you.
forgot to tell y'all about the thing that makes us different. I'll make this like really short
Hmm.
between us, May, and our
I
the
was going
June
to ask
Geminis.
before we left, what's our
Yeah,
Yeah.
difference?
it's the decans. So May, you'll fall in like the first decan. Like we're split into three. Like it's 30 degrees makes the
Hmm.
sign, okay, and then it's split
Hmm.
into three or something like that.
Hmm.
So y'all are the truest form of energy. Like your whole ruler is Mercury, but when we dip into like the second and the third decan, we get some secondary rulers like Venus
Hmm.
pops in and then Uranus pops in. So June Geminis that fall in that Uranus thing, that's why they can say they're a little bit more rebellious. And the May Geminis have a tendency to be more mischievous, perhaps, than
Mm.
rebellious. And then I'm in that middle category, I believe, which makes a lot of sense with the Venusian vibes, is that we can be like maybe sometimes a little bit more quieter than some, but we can be more tactile and like creative in the way that we talk. Like we just want to talk about things that, we find, creative and interesting or whatever. So about beauty, things that we find beautiful and things like that with Venus. So I thought that was interesting, and
It
that
is
we have a
interesting.
tendency to make, to keep a few friends that are close. So true of me, very true. Like as I'm getting older, I have like my people, and I don't need, a gazillion people in my day-to-day life, like I just want, my ride or dies. So yeah, so that was kind of a little different there, and I thought that was cool. So that was the main gist
But
of
I
it.
have to
The
agree
deck of degrees.
100%. I'm sorry. I do agree though. And yeah, I'm totally a first Gemini. I say it all the time. I'm a first Gemini with horns. Be prepared and put a seatbelt on, honey, because I don't care. So
Yeah.
when you said that at the beginning, I was like, please let that be the difference she's talking about. That was like in my head this whole time. I'm like, I'm not letting her go without saying it. Please let that be it.
You're the purest of
Totally
the energy.
100%,
So yeah.
100%. And
You're
Antoinette,
the purest.
100%.
Yeah. In our case, we're closer
100%
to
agree. I
Taurus
agree.
than Cancer.
Not because I'm the
Mhm.
purist. I just
Mhm.
mean the first. Yes.
Oh no, like just
Yes.
the energies like at its strongest, like when it's not getting diverged off by sub-rulers.
Watered
Planet
Mhm.
down
sub-rulers. Yeah, water, and mixed.
or watered
Yeah.
down, so to speak.
Mhm.
Nothing personal, but
Yeah.
exactly. You're getting watered down and just
Oh no,
Yeah, I
she
we're
mean,
didn't.
still connected to volcanoes and earthquakes.
well, like Aries is
So yeah.
cardinal fire in
Yes, I
its
did.
purest form.
I did. I
Taurus
love ya.
is earth fixed in its purest form, and then Gemini is mutable in its purest form. So that's
Miss Hershey,
what I learned in astrology.
are you questioning her Gemini-ness?
No. I just understand the dilutedness of it, the water part of it. I was wondering why
Yeah.
June Geminis were always turning on the waterworks, and I'm over there going, "Did you hurt something? What's wrong?"
Uh, it's the closer
I'm a
to
bad
Cancer.
person.
Makes sense.
Oh,
Uh,
like, yeah, I do like to keep, like the
It's
people I
just
trust
I'm just having
close.
fun. My niece is a June Gemini,
Oh.
and she can turn on the waterworks like no other.
mm.
I'll be like, "Wait, what? Girl, you better dry them crocodile tears up. Who you think you're talking
Yeah.
to?"
I think having twins and everything has like really made me kind of tough skinned. It takes a lot these
Oh,
days
just wait,
to get to me.
and the girls, just when you need me, I'm just a phone call away, Karen. Just a
Thank
phone
you.
call away.
My
Wait for the
tolerance for
teenager
things I can deal
years.
with just raises.
Wait for the
Yeah.
teenager
Yeah.
years. Oh my God,
Oh
that's a
yeah,
tough
I may be
period.
unavailable then. I may be unavailable by then, but we'll see.
Uh, ladies, it
Oh,
was great talking to you
it
both.
was.
Yeah, what do you got coming up,
Thank you,
Hershey?
thank you.
What do you got coming up this week or in the near
I'm
future
stalking the mailman today. I'm stalking the mailman today.
for the gifts?
The rest of the week is pretty simple. I've got shadow
Hi, Miss Terry B.
got shadow
Hi,
work
Miss Terry D.
tomorrow. Gonna be nice and easy and take it easy on you guys. And then we got messages from above with Cosmic Blue Alien on Friday. But today I'm full the rest of the day with stalking the mailman.
That's awesome. How
That's
about
fun.
you, Karen?
Tonight, I will be on Terry's channel, Holding Your Space, with Kaylee from Woo Wonderment, and we are doing
I love
like goddess poetry. I'm calling it intuiting with your inner goddess. So just I can't exactly remember the genius phrase that Jerry used. My brain is like mush now. But so I've got to refresh before tonight. But yeah, that'll be on 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time tonight, and we're gonna have a lot of fun with that. Share some poetry, pull some goddess
awesome.
cards, share some messages. So it'll
I'll
be
be
a
there.
good time.
I'll be
That
there.
sounds like
You.
fun. I'm gonna have to.
Thanks.
I'm gonna have to pop in.
Yeah,
So, and then
tonight.
I need to put out some other videos, but that's about it.
Mhm. Your poetry is amazing. Thank you for
Oh,
sharing
thank
it.
you. And so is yours. In Hershe, I heard a little gem of hers one day on Thomas's channel you shared,
Oh,
and it
really?
was beautiful. Yes,
I was
it
gonna say
Oh,
I'm
was.
she
gonna
It
has.
tell
was
Jeff
deep.
about himself if he talked about. I do metaphors and similes. I love flowetry, and oh my god, I love
It was
flowetry.
amazing.
I mean, metaphors and similes are my thing.
We're gonna pull
Mhm.
you out. You're gonna
Yeah,
get you to
we
share
gotta,
some more. Yes.
we gotta. You have to
Nope.
be at
No, 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 no,
Heather's
no, no,
channel.
no, 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 no,
Heather,
no, 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 no.
why?
Never say
You will do
never.
great. No,
I
no,
will
no,
come in and do all the YouTubey things, y'all. I am not. No, no, no. Y'all, I'm just being
no,
honest.
no.
Y'all wouldn't like me afterwards.
Oh no,
You'd be like,
I
her
doubt
mind
that.
is what?
I
no. Oh,
doubt
but I heard worse. I
that.
heard it.
Seriously, the thing.
Never
Yeah.
mind. In general. But you will
Yeah.
love. We will love to see you there. You will do great.
Yeah.
We would like to hear your voice and what you have to share. I'm sure there's a lot in
I
there.
stop in when I remember. I'd be like, hi, everybody. Bye.
No, no, no.
Yeah. I'll be there on my birthday. Yeah.
Good.
Poetry
We'll
night.
see you
Yeah.
there. Tonight, I'm going to be with Heather at Indigo Jaguar with Intuitive Arts channel. We're going to be talking on a Para Oracle show on the Black Monk House. It's going to be an investigation using tarot on some aspects about the house, and it'll be at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you can swing by, it'll be great to see you all right there. All right.
I want to so bad. Hopefully, my astrology won't go over too long. So, but I'll definitely
No, no,
pop in
no.
as soon as it's done. Yay. I
Awesome.
love paranormal shows.
Yeah.
I don't like horror movies, but I love paranormal investigations.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, ladies. Thank you very much for sharing this space with me.
Bye.
Talk about everything Gemini, and I wish you all happy birthday, and we'll see you soon. Thank you, everybody, for being here.
Bye. Thank you.
Blessings to all.
I'm still celebrating, Miss Tarot D.